No chains are holding me. It's who I choose to be. Everybody sing out.
I'm free in Christ. I'm free indeed. No chains are holding me.
It's who I choose to be.
It's who I choose to
Hey, I'm free indeed. Yeah.
In Christ I'm free.
No chains are holding me.
Chains are holding me.
It's who I choose to be.
It's who I
You got it now. See, I'm free indeed.
I'm free indeed.
Sir.
In Christ I'm free.
No chains are holding.
No chains are holding me. It's who I choose to be.
See, I'm free indeed.
I'm free indeed. In Christ I'm free.
No chains are holding.
Chains are holding me.
It's who I choose to be. I choose to be free. I choose to be free. Yes, sir. Come on, say I choose to be free. Come on, say I'm free indeed. Say no chains are holding me. It's who I choose to be. Come on now, I'm free indeed. Say listen, I changed the words. Was blind, but now I see. It's who I'm meant to be. See, I'm free today. Was blind, but now I see. It's who I'm meant to be. Somebody sing me like you're free. See, I'm free, son. Oh, yeah. Was blind, but now I see. It's who I'm meant to be. I choose to be free. I choose to be free tonight. I choose to be free. See, I choose. Come on. I choose to be free. I choose to be free. I choose to be free. I'll make it twice tonight. I choose. I choose to be free. I choose to be free. That's my decision to be free, liberated in Jesus. Yeah, see, I choose. Come on, see, I'm free indeed. In Christ, I'm free. No chains are holding me. No chains are holding me. It's who I choose to be. I'm free indeed. I'm free indeed. In Christ, I'm free. Was blind, but now I see. It's who I'm meant to be. Come on, sing it. See, I'm free indeed. Yep. No chains are holding me. It's who I choose to be. See, I'm free indeed. Was blind, but now I see. It's who I'm meant to be. Yeah. Hallelujah.
Nobody told me this road was gonna be easy.
In the darkness, I can see the light seeping through my cloudy view. So I believe that He's working on my behalf. I didn't come this far for nothing. Nobody told me this road was gonna be easy. I'm I'ma keep on running. Said he never leave me. I'ma walk by faith and not by what I'm seeing. I'ma walk by faith and not by what I'm seeing. Was he there when you were crying all night long? Was he there when your friends left you all alone?
He was there.
No food on the table.
He was there.
Every step of the way.
So God promised to take care of me. I've so much need, the house is on its way. God promised to take care of me. So why do I worry about the things I see? Everything that I see is telling me not to believe. I will follow him and he will lead me. Everything that I need, he already gave to me. So I will put my trust in thee. Nobody told me the road was gonna be easy. I'ma keep on running. He said never leave. I'ma walk by faith and not by what I'm seeing. I'ma walk by faith.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 980 AM WDDO, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Mother Georgia, she's back on live, the historic 980 WDDO. All of a sudden, let's go live into the studio with our host, Brenda Sutton.
Okay, now we are on the air.
Oh, but you know what though? Let me just say that he know not to put Tammy to mash buttons.
Well, we've tried to get you out of that seat before. It didn't work out because your name is, the name. So we can't get you out of that chair.
There you go. My name is not, and you know what? I haven't even shared the website.
You've got to share the website.
I know.
Hey, good evening, everybody. We are so very glad to be back on the air with you today. I am here with Brenda Sutton-Williams.
Yes. That's me.
That's Henry's wife.
I know, and I'm trying to go.
And Henry is a good man, and Henry has to be prayed up. I tell you, there's no doubt in my mind that he is a prayed up brother. Yes, he is. And God is holding him up, boy. I tell you, he's touched by Jesus. He's probably sitting over there having a cup of coffee with Jesus right now. Oh, yeah, they're probably in the, what do you call that room?
Break out the hymn. They're in the upper room.
In the upper room, yeah.
Hey.
In the upper room, yeah. It takes that.
You didn't do the song, though.
What song?
You're supposed to break when you be there. You know how they bring the chair in the front of the church. When they be doing the opening
See
and
that,
stuff.
Brenda hadn't been to church in a long time.
That's because they be doing Zoom.
Brenda, they use keyboards in the church now. They don't just have the upright pianos anymore.
No, I'm talking about, how when they be in the Baptist. I grew up in the AME church, so we had the altar.
Oh.
So we didn't do when they be having, I guess it's like praise and worship, but y'all have the thing, what is it, prayer meeting or something before y'all have service or something? And then y'all put the chairs out, the deacons.
And they walk and they pray.
Yeah. And
devotion.
Then they raise a hymn. Deacon do wrong. You know about raising a
hymn. Yeah, it would have been a bad thing if I didn't know, since I'm a preacher's son. Okay.
How you raise a hymn, Deacon do wrong?
It's mostly you got to know how to hum.
You got to hum.
Yeah, and just say syllables and Charles. Yeah, you got to. For years, I thought they were saying, "Hey, Charles," and I wondered. I used to wonder, man, who is this dude Charles? That every church I go to, they calling the same guy, Charles. Who is Charles?
You know what? That's bad right there.
We've got a call.
Okay. Hello, caller. How are you?
Y'all got me cracking up.
Who got you cracking up?
Brenda, that's called devotion when we do in the Baptist church.
Amen.
Thank you, Deacon.
You're certainly welcome.
I didn't do
but
that.
I just love to hear y'all. I'm telling you.
Well, that's a good thing.
You know what? And a charge for you too, sir.
But you know what? I got to give it to you. When I was little, I used to think the same thing. I said, Charles. I said, who is Charles?
I know.
Because that's what I thought they were.
Yeah, I just knew they. I was like, this dude is a dependable guy. Because everybody, I don't care what church you went to, they were calling Charles. I said, man, Charles is some kind of guy.
I know that.
Yeah.
Who is Charles?
He was some kind of dude, I tell you.
I'm trying to tell you. Well, we appreciate you for calling.
We sure do.
All right.
Y'all have a blessing.
Right.
Have a great day.
Now, well, you see, he's going to have to come in and help me turn it off.
Yeah, we're going to do number 5.
Well, you know what? It may be all right now because I had to turn that volume down.
Number 5. Yeah.
And I think I'm doing okay because I figured.
You're doing excellent.
I know because, I don't know anything about buttons.
Yeah, you're doing excellent.
I did good, didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it like, can you hear us and stuff like that? Because I be messing up and stuff.
Yeah. Listen, I know that some of you are perhaps watching on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Now, does she need to turn 5 back where it was? She turned one of them.
I did. Didn't I turn it right? I turned it right, didn't I? He told me to push T1 or something like that.
No, but she turned one of the buttons on
He
top.
knew it. He told me to turn it. Though.
Cool beans. So some of you that might be listening or watching.
Do the, they need to hit share, Deacon Durant.
Oh, yeah. You need to hit share. Hit share.
You need to hit share.
WDDO, the Glory 980.
Yeah. They need to share us. I didn't get our numbers, but I know they have to be really, really good. I called Vertice, who told me not to say bad stuff on the air. I called him, but he didn't block my number. Vertice Apostle, you blocked my number. I tried to call and text you, but it went straight to voicemail. I'm just saying.
I understand Vertice very well, and he should take all precautionary measures. So, thank you for having foresight, Vertice.
You're so bad.
Now, listen, we want all of you to know that you can call and join the conversation as we move along today. 478-250-1444. That's 478-250-1444. I wonder if anybody has missed the missing link today.
What? You wouldn't be talking about the naturalista queen. boy. She on the road. Yeah. Don't be wishing bad on her. She on the road. She can't have it.
The money lady, money bag.
I'm trying to tell you,
Somebody told me she was out of the country.
She said Panama.
Panama. Do you think they need to quarantine her before she comes back?
We can do a lot of jokes behind her back because she ain't here to defend us.
Absolutely.
I really think that we should take advantage of it.
I do too.
I really do.
Yeah, I'm all
He
in.
must not have the comments on because ain't nobody giving us no comment. It must be.
I don't know.
You know what? Probably because we ain't been sharing the thing enough. See, we ain't sharing it enough.
Well, I do.
You do?
Yes.
For real?
I do.
Okay. Well, you know what? They said they got it. Now they got it streaming. They said the messages will appear. I was kind of wondering what was going on with that. And I was like, what?
There are a few things. I know you wanted to talk about
I wanted to talk about the PPP.
The PPP.
Now, they was the paycheck protection.
I'm not that familiar with it. But I do know that a whole lot of folk are trying to get it.
A whole lot of folk got it though.
And a whole lot of folk
whole lot of folk got it. I'm putting my glasses on now. If y'all go to my all of a sudden fan page, okay, fan page. If y'all go there.
Hey, Michael Cooper.
Hey, Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper, go to all of a sudden fan page.
Yes.
And you will see a link so that you can find out who received PPP in Macon. And so you
see, wait a minute, hold on. Are you saying to me that there is a website?
That's right.
That you can go to on anybody's phone.
Yeah.
And type in this website and it'll show you who received a PPP loan.
It looks something like this. Now, I don't know, but I took it and this is, let me see. If you go to all of a sudden, you can see it, okay? You can see it. And then in the top, when you click on it, let me go back in here. When you click, you just put in the zip code or you can put in the profession and a whole list of people will come up.
I mean, is it people, I mean, can you do it to a point where it's just people in Macon, Georgia?
Yeah. Now I'm going to put in 31204.
31204.
Okay.
Okay, that is a Macon, Georgia zip code.
Okay, now read me the first line that you come up there on.
Okay, I see International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Union.
How much they get?
Maybe I'm reading this wrong.
No, you ain't reading it wrong.
Is that 71?
That's 71,000.
Wow.
$681.92.
And
they got it April 30th. All right, April 30th, 2021.
That's
so that
decent.
means, well, I'm just saying for the people that work with the electrical union, I'm just saying that somebody in there got paid because they got this thing right here. Then we got this man, because it's all public record. I'm not saying anything that folk don't know. Mr. Mark Bailey, he got $20,833. He got a food store.
Oh, that's good. He got more food in the store now.
And then Miss Tammy Thompson over on Log Cabin, she got 20,000. She's a remodeler. She's the only one in. The reason why I brought this up, because my cousin Kim, y'all, I told my cousin Kim to call. She wouldn't call. I don't know why Kim wouldn't call. I asked her, because she do taxes and all that. And I was like, Kim, you need to call in on the show. And she didn't do it, So any rate, she said, girl, these people getting all these PPP, they don't understand that they're going to have more than just, just telling these people these stories to get this money. Now, I'm not insinuating some people out here told story to get money, but I am saying that if you say you're a sole proprietor, understand now, at the end of tax season, I'm not a tax professional. You got to account for some of this stuff. I just hate for people to get in trouble over $20,000. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
The Paycheck Protection Program.
Yeah.
That's what that stands for.
Now, let me go in here. Now, my favorite place to eat is S&S. I'm giving them a little
LaShawnea Rouse Brown. Hi. She has a message for
what did she say?
For the judge. She's left a message for the judge, for Michael Cooper.
She said, he the judge?
That's what she said.
Hey, Judge, check your inbox. You talking about me? Oh, she playing Michael Cooper.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look at.
She knew he was here. I wonder if she knows anything or has any knowledge about the PPP, or if Michael Cooper has, or anybody out there listening.
Yeah,
if you know,
a tax professional.
Or just if you know about it, because some people who really need it.
I'm gonna tell you, I heard. I've been trying to find it. That S&S cafeteria down there on Riverside or that particular corporation, they got $3.6 million.
A PPP loan?
Shut your mouth and then put the servers. I didn't say it. Bring the bell so I can shut my mouth.
Did what?
They got like over $3 million.
That's public knowledge.
Yeah, I got to find it. Yeah, that's what I was trying. I like to empower people. Go on there and look. I put lawyers, all right, and Macon, okay, because I want to know how many law firms.
Wait a minute, are you saying to me that law firms are getting the PPP loan?
Yeah, they got PPP loan. Yeah.
Wow.
Frank Horn, let's see. He got $20,000. Let me see. Dora Law Firm got 11's got. Oh, but Anderson, Walker, and Rickard got $107,000.
A PPP loan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, like, what was the purpose for the PPP loan?
Hey.
Was
Hey.
The purpose for the PPP loan? I was wondering.
It was to help small business. Now, lawyers and stuff is small businesses. I'm just simply saying that a lot of law offices got money.
Well, that's awesome. To know that. I would figure if they would get loans, then surely
some of these small businesses. Melvin Raines, my friend Melvin Raines got a small $20,000 loan.
Yeah.
He got a small loan.
But I'm saying it shouldn't be a problem at all for these very truly small businesses, businesses that don't make $300,000 or $100,000 a year.
And the reason why I put it out there. Now, it's some folk out here that I was looking at. I'm not going to bust y'all out on the air.
Okay.
I'm not going to bust them out because they're my friends.
Okay.
But I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised.
To know that some of these people went and seeked a PPP loan?
No, did they get it? Did they got the loan?
Mm.
Now, they know they didn't tell the story.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like a fable, like Cinderella or Romeo, Juliet, that kind of story.
Because I was told we can't be like saying bad stuff.
I know,
I don't think we can say the L word.
But when you say stories, you mean like a novel or, like somebody wrote a book and somebody was telling a story about
if you are legit,
Winnie the Pooh or something.
I do believe that our good friend Emily got one. That's what we didn't know that Emily wasn't going to be back because she really did. She got one.
But she's out of the country.
No, I don't know. She said she was driving. She can't be driving out of the country.
She's coming back from the airport or something.
I don't know.
She was in Panama
City, Florida.
Oh, I thought she was like down in the island. And I was going to say she needs to be quarantined before she comes.
Boy, Emily, we sure talking about you.
We
sure talking about you behind your back.
She and Raymond.
Especially her and Raymond.
Yeah, they need to be quarantined.
All right, with plastic.
Yeah, there.
With some plastic. They need to put plastic on the furniture for y'all go in the room in there.
So listen, guys, we really would like to hear how the PPP loan has helped some people here.
You talking about helping. I came out here to really help somebody today.
Did we?
If you have gotten, right here, it said she's spending PPP money. That was
Red.
That's a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this just in. We've just gotten a report. Wait a minute. Hold on. What's that now? Someone says that Emily Amos is spending PPP.
Emily ain't doing it. You know what? Emily went legit.
I know.
She went through the bank.
She's one of the hardest working people I've ever known.
She went through the bank. She had all her receipts. She was meticulous in the way that she kept her business. That's what I'm alluding to. And that's what I wanted to encourage our listeners to do. If you have gotten, seriously, because this is real talk for me, if you have gotten a PPP loan, handle your business.
Yes.
Make sure you do all your receipts. Make sure that you've got, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that, because we're going to take Emily. You see Emily all the time on the internet making soap. You know how she be doing it.
Yeah. She's a hard, diligent worker.
Out there cutting up soap.
Yeah.
Putting in the little packages. Out there singing with the band. She really, I don't know what kind of lady. You have her mama out there in the hot sun singing with her.
And playing the percussion section.
Emma low eyes like that. She has Sandra out there. She don't have Raymond out there. Now, when I went to see her open up the new store, because Henry and I went down there. Boy, Raymond was Raymond was on the inside in the air conditioning.
Yeah, chilling.
But she had her son and her mama out there. I heard her mama out there.
Making them pay their way, huh? So, Emily, you see how Brenda does when you're not here.
Well, she didn't put on my eyelashes.
Oh, that's why she's angry with you.
Yeah, because she put my eyelashes on. But serious talk, you know, I don't want to see anybody get in trouble. Like I said, my cousin Kim, you know, those who know Kim, maybe she got a new name now because she married. But seriously, she does. Well, you know, some women don't change their name. And they put a dash and stuff in there. What's so funny? What's so funny?
You said because she's got a new name. I thought you was going to say since Jesus saved her, she got a new way of walking and a new way of talking.
Oh, go on. Go. How you do it? Deacon do wrong.
We're about to have church.
Deacon do wrong. You know, you got to go,
We're about to have church. Listen, please, if you know, but you know, speaking of that, I do remember like a few months ago, there was a person that I encountered and they were saying, they asked me for some money. And I was like, you know, I'm just struggling trying to make it. And they're like, look, I'll pay you back if my loan's about to come in. And I was like, oh, you going? I'm serious.
Are you lying?
No, I'm serious.
You lying?
No, I am serious. So I said, oh, you got approved for a loan at the bank? And she said, no, it's PPP loan. This thing they got called PPP loan, and you should apply for it. And I know what it was. And they said they showed me on their phone where they had been okayed for $75,000.
You better stop it. You lying.
And listen,
you lying now. You lying now.
but what they wanted to do was ask me, did I know somebody who knew anything about taxes so they could fill out a Schedule C to support their business. And I asked them, when did you start doing hair? And they said, well, you know, for all they're going to know I do hair. I said, what do you mean? So they were going to, you know, get a Schedule C and write some stuff on a notebook and say they had this business. And then I told them, I said, you know, I got some people who are in the tax business, and if they pull your name, you're going to have receipts.
Oh, yeah.
From folk.
That's why, you know, you say,
so
Brenda,
be careful, y'all.
Right. That's why I said, Brenda, you know, they said, Brenda, why are you spending this kind of time? Because it's very important. Somebody is going to jail.
They are.
Somebody is going to get in trouble. When my cousin told me about the one that was down the street from her, she said, the name of the corporation, it was the LLC. This is not my real Social Security number.
What?
She said, my cousin Kim said, that girl said, this is not my real Social Security number. So, you know, it is not easy. You know, so it look easy, but everything easy is not good.
Yeah, we're really having a little fun and being jovial, but the purpose for bringing this up was that somebody through this laughter can hear the message. Have your, ducks in a row when you go out seeking this money. And because it's sometimes when it's easy to give like that, that means they've got all their ducks in a row to recover their money.
And I was just on the phone with a lawyer friend of mine. Okay. And we were talking, and I told her, I said, this is what we're going to do the show on. And she came back and she said, she was working with some people, it took them 3 years to get them. And they came back for it. But 3 years later. So you look like you done got away with it, but you really haven't gotten away with it. It's just been pushed back. And like I said, I don't want anybody to go to jail. I really don't. And and over $20,000 is nothing. Because for that $20,000, you're gonna have to pay back $40,000.
Right. Yeah. So be careful and make sure you got receipts to show that it's a legitimate claim.
Yeah.
Because
it's illegitimate. And not only that, I put the other piece of that is now we live in Macon. Okay. Where we live at, they can do wrong.
In Maconga.
Do we have some haters in Maconga?
There are some people who will tell your business in Macon, Georgia.
That's right.
Yeah.
How many people do you know, just like I did? Now I found out this morning, going through that list.
Oh yeah.
Because they ain't get it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they ain't get it. So they gonna tell.
No, it's not just that. It's some people gonna look on that list and see some people who owe them money, and the people keep telling them, and the people that owe them money keep saying they ain't got it, and they're gonna look on that list and they can say, wait a minute, they've been telling me I sacrificed and loaned these people this money. and they said, their kid, they used their kids and everything, and my mama's sick and all that, and they got $1,000, $2,000 from me, and they said they pay it back 6 months ago, and now I just found out by this public website.
That's my point.
Public website.
It is what is it? It's public.
Yeah, it's a public website that you can go to, and it has lists because these PPP loans are public money.
That go back, that's my point. If you have gotten some of this money, just know your name on that list. Yeah,
it's not like you can keep it a secret. Anybody can go on this list on this website and find out who got money.
Now,
and if you owe somebody money and you tell them you broke and they see on that website you just got $20,000 and you still borrow money from them.
Let me tell you, now there, I did it because I just want, here I am. I'm a real, I'm kind of messy too, but I go along with that. But I really,
that speaks for itself.
It's true. But I just like to make sure that people are informed. So they can't say, you know what, I didn't know. Nobody ever told me that it was going to show up. I purposely, now, and y'all know how messy I am. Let me get real close.
But I really hope they appreciate you for what you're doing, because what you really want to do is call to everyone's attention. Look, this is not something you got that nobody knows about. It is public. It is public information.
I went on the website, because I really hadn't had time to really research it because I'm just a researcher, thinking. But I was surprised at the people who got like $100,000, $200,000. I said them some of the same folk that if you owe them $5, they'll take your butt to court.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm like, I haven't. If I was real dirty and low down, which I can be at times, that's what people say. I'm real dirty. But I would have come up with a list. I still may come up with a list. Keep it out. Keep it on all of a sudden of certain people in this town that have gotten money.
Well, I mean, it's public knowledge.
It's public knowledge. But those are some of the same people.
And it's taxpayer money.
Now, that's what got me upset. Henry has a business, but y'all know that. I didn't even say that my husband Henry sponsors his show. Okay. He's one of them, but that's who makes it possible for us to have it. And I just love my Henry. And
Thank you, Henry.
And I so appreciate Henry Williams Law. Henry Williams Law, and I really hadn't been putting his contact.
LaShawnia wants to know what the website is, and she's making sure everyone knows her name is not on that website. So. Now, are you saying it's not on there because you don't have the loan?
She didn't get the money.
Or are you saying that
she didn't? She was honest. She didn't do that.
No, it seems like to me, if you read between the lines, she might be saying they should show them money. LaShawnia, you need to make it clear whether or not you got the money.
She didn't get no money. But you want to know something? Henry and I purposely did not apply.
Okay.
Now, we were legit.
Okay.
Henry Williams Law, my husband been practicing law for 42 years. Thank you, baby. You know what Deacon do wrong, just being messy. Let him break out with a hymn or something like that.
Hey, Charles.
They won't let me sing. I'm just saying. But you know what though? Y'all click on that. See if you can click in the comment section. See if you can go in there, and then what you do, there's a search button in there, and then you can put a zip code. So you can search by zip code. You can search by.
You're gonna call Charles, baby.
That was a good one. But you can search. But what I was going to say is that Henry didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because while he and I say we because we're a team, we felt like we were making it, and it's taxpayers' money.
Yes.
So we didn't. Did we have to change the way we live? Yes, we did.
Okay.
It was an adjustment.
Okay.
But I just felt like for us, we wanted to go through the struggle. And it was not necessary for us to go and apply for this money. I just didn't, we just didn't do it. So Henry toughed it out. He had a little money he had saved and put back. And so we worked through that money.
Yes.
And so that's why we didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that, and I'm not saying other people could, because different people have different levels of, different things. And then I do work full time. So but I'm just thinking, I said, you shouldn't, I was leery. I would have taken it, but I was like, man, you take it. The one thing about these programs, which is all right, you invite folk into your business. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes Deacon do wrong. You don't want folk in your business.
No, you don't.
Sometimes you don't want them in there because you don't know what they're gonna find.
Sometimes.
All of us ain't right.
Sometimes.
Some of us be having some little gray areas. I didn't say black. I said gray.
That's true.
Under the table money. You didn't hear me say nothing about that because some of us, may do a little under the table work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, some people have to survive.
Right.
Because of this system. And that's the big catch because some of the people who might not technically fit all of the qualifications for to receive this loan according to this application's legitimacy. But there are some people who need that money.
And I'm not promoting to anybody work on the table. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm a realist, and I understand that people do things
to survive.
And you don't want to call attention to. You hear what I said?
Yes.
Call attention to yourself.
Yeah, I heard you.
When you ain't quite quiet.
That's right.
That's the message of the day show. I want to encourage people. I want everybody to get some help. Goodness knows, I really do.
Yeah, but because see, here's the deal. I was, thinking, maybe this is a way to, give some people reparations.
Oh, we going into reparations.
Yeah. Because, and I hear a lot of talk, everybody, the whole country should have been mad when there were people who worked sun up to sundown and got paid nothing.
Oh, hey.
And then now that a certain administration has made it possible for some people not to work and still get paid, I think there's a balance there.
But I was going to say now, I don't know how we would pay reparations back, okay? But I
with the PPP loan. With the PPP loan.
But
the new way to say reparations.
The new way to do reparations.
The new way to say reparations.
It's through the PPP.
Yeah.
But you know what? That putting all jokes aside, though, that is a consideration. That is a methodology.
It's a sneaky way to get it in.
But I was just like, I just needed to get that out today.
Because,
for me in the court system, because y'all know I work in the courts. I work in mediation. I wouldn't do anything with this because it's criminal. I don't do anything with that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just hate to see, because traditionally, and I'm not going to say this all the time, but traditionally, the people who get caught for this are going to be Black people.
Well, yeah.
And it's going to be the Black folk that got $20,000 or little or nothing. And then they're going to be the ones that an example is made of, because, sometimes the law is not just. Now, I didn't say that all the time. I work in law. And I would tell you that law is not just sometimes. So I'm very leery about when you get these free programs. And you do, I'm gonna give you an example. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I'm just saying. Let's say you got a tax ID. You done got your EIN number. I think whatever that is, that's the one that go with the
employee identification number.
And then you got you a big outstanding child support over here. But you went through the PPP and you use your EIN number. Hey, they ain't know where you was, did they?
No, but now
until you put some light what?
On the darkness.
They put some So I don't know how all these agencies are married together. That's my point. But again, we ain't had no business doing it no way. But you just don't. I'm telling you, Deacon do wrong. I just felt strong about it. My cousin, she low down, Kim May. Was supposed to be here to talk about the thing with the taxes, because she talked about when
you reached out to her, didn't you?
I did, through Rikita. I called my cousin Rikita. I said, Rikita, tell Kim to call me. But you know what? She might have been calling me, and I thought she was one of them bill
collectors.
Well, I be. How many of y'all screen your phone calls because you don't want to talk to the bill collector? You don't do that.
Baby, tell that man I ain't home.
I just, I got a little feature, when Henry got me the phone, it's got a little spam thing on it, and it got a little spam. I bet that was her because it was a 706 number. But
when it could have easily been called from Augusta and East Central Regional Hospital, Behavioral Hospital. That could have been what that was on Mike Pageant Highway. Yeah, that could have been. Now listen, Miss Brenda Sutton-Williams. I always try to, nip, I kind of interject something a little different from what we're talking about every time I sneak it in. It's something on my mind.
You got one of those?
I've got something on my mind.
You got one of those?
I own loaner.
Okay. I just want to know, cause
I don't want to waste the time that I have possession of this mind and not use it at all.
Okay.
I'm always harping back to something that, also matters to this community. What I would like to see is every elected official in this city and county to put aside their political differences and reach into the humanity of themselves and come together. I don't mean just in a statement. I think all of them need to come together and be in one place. If it's only for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, but all of them need to come together, and ministers alike, no matter what denomination they are, leaders, whoever are leaders in this community, all of them need to come together, take a picture or a 3-minute, 5-minute, 2-minute, 60-second video, 15-second video, doesn't matter. Long enough for you to know, hey, that's that person, that's her, that's him, that's my pastor, that's my commissioner, that's my mayor, that's my board member, that's my, all of the city of Macon and county of Bibb need to come together and talk about the violence in this city. And they need to do it with a united front. The law enforcement, the legislators, everybody around here. They all, the leaders, they don't need to send their aides and the secretaries. They need to bring themselves together and let the people see a visual of them standing together against the violence that's happening in Macon, Georgia, because it's way too much.
Well, you know what? And that's okay. We can switch the subject. We then beat that PPP down. But let me just tell you this and about the violence. I was out in East Macon. Yeah, I go to East Macon and I go to places people don't know I go to. I mean, me and Henry. Me and Henry go out and, we just, because we like people. We don't care what people, we just like good people. So we were over at East Macon. We talked to some brothers who had just gotten out of prison, just having a good conversation. Now, part of our problem is, and they agreed with me, you can't stop the violence unless you talk to the people committing the violence.
Right.
So the community leaders can go up and stand up and do everything they want to do, seriously. But until, and really Sheriff Davis, I'm going to give him credit. I said, David Davis, I said, I want to go into the jail and I want to talk to the people who have been picked up for committing murder, because I want them involved in creating a strategy, because I don't know, you don't know what's make people murder. I mean, none of us know.
Yeah.
But if we don't talk to them, we won't get it. And that's the missing link to me, because I'm like, why they do it? I don't know. Or we can say, well, let's talk, what are we going to do to stop it? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. And I do believe, I don't remember where the statistics were, but that's part of why Mayor Miller, Lester, is cleaning up the city, because it's been proven that where all that trash and stuff like that, the people hide in the trash.
Now, how can you hide it? Because it's dark. Now, how do people sneak? How do you go to sleep at night and you wake up and you see all this other extra trash? Because there are no lights there. I've been harping for years, even when we had before the pandemic, and I would go down to City Hall and address. I don't know whether people thought it wasn't a serious point or whatever, but there are too many places around here where there is no illumination. There is no light. It's just dark enough for people to pull their cars over and do whatever they want to do and put a car over, have long enough to unload trucks of stolen goods, of tires and refrigerators and old washing machines and old sofas, just a whole household of abandoned household stuff, because it's dark and nobody sees them. They've got to put more lights in the city.
I was at a committee thing. For those that don't know, I was on Mayor Miller's transition team. And they really sat down and gave a lot of commentary. But one of the things that came out from the fire department, because they were talking about it, was exactly what you said. And that's where the cleanup came. I mean, the cleanup was coming, but that was part of it. They said they noticed that when they cleaned up an area, and I don't remember where it was, but they said they went over there and they cleaned it up. After they cleaned it up, they put up a light. Guess what? Where did the crime go?
Where it was dark.
They went down. That's what I'm saying. In that particular area.
Yeah, it moved away from that.
They moved away from that.
They went to another dark place.
And let me just say this. I don't know. It's been a while. I myself, with Georgia women and those who stand with us, y'all know I'd be trying to march somebody. But we were cleaning up around Brooks School. Is that Brooks? The one out there on Houston Avenue. Is that Brooks Elementary? What's the name of that elementary school out there? I can't think of the name of the but it was an elementary school. But anyway, Georgia women, those who stand with us, we went out there to clean up. So we were cleaning up, just picking up stuff. The men, the black men, you heard what I just said? The black men. It was two. It was one that came up to me. He said, well, when you gonna clean my yard? Bertice told me not to say them words on that. So I can't tell you what I told him. But the other ones was it was like a detail shop. And the men were sitting out there on there. Do you know not a one of them came over and asked us to help us with the trash? Wow. Now, after we did all that, so we looking. And so I think it was either Marty or Lynn. I think it was Marty. Said we had them pickers. Picked up a butcher knife. About like this long, okay? It was clean. We called the police and gave it to them. But what I wanted to know, what was a butcher knife doing over there in the schoolyard? Well, somebody didn't set that up. You understand what I'm saying? But that's why it's so important for us to clean. I'm getting back to, we need to take and do something with the trash, but we need to do something with the folk who take it and dumping the trash. Because we got a lot of folk, black, white, green, yellow, who going around here dumping trash. And I do believe, and y'all heard it right here on All of a Sudden, if you're going to put somebody out their house, okay, because there's some people, some people don't pay their rent, whatever. But if you're going to put them out their house, you ought to be responsible for moving the trash. These people's belongings, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Some of it is trash. Removing that, and they need to find every one of them when they put somebody out the house. You really need to have some compassion with that. But you need to make sure you are responsible for whatever debris you have on the side of the road.
Yeah. I think they can get together and come up with a plausible plan, because if they say, okay, well, they put these people out on the 3rd. Well, if they haven't come and picked out what the people who got put out, if they haven't come and picked out what they wanted to salvage by the 10th, then the owner of that property that put it out there, like you're saying, should be responsible.
They should be fined. And I think they'll stop a lot of that mess.
It will.
Because we were out, we were in East Macon. I'm just saying, we were out on the street, and they just took the people's stuff and just put it out. Now, I want to say when Billy Randall was magistrate, and I don't know if this is going on still, because we've got a new chief magistrate, and I'm sure she has compassion. But I know with him, he used to give the people time to get their stuff.
Okay.
Because he used to say, you don't know what the kind of medicine or whatever the children have or whatever. Give the people time.
There's a lot to be considered. Yes.
You know, you just don't go take and put folks' stuff out like that. But I'm bringing it up about the trash because that's part of the reason why we got all that trash on the side of the street. Because, you know, I mean, they didn't put but there's no responsibility there for the homeowner, the landlords and stuff like that. And speaking of which, did you see the thing on it? You know, it was Lester Miller's page. Was it his page? It was one of them. How about he didn't start calling out the people with the blighted houses? He put the name. They put the name and the address
of the people
who own.
But that should have been done a long time ago.
But you want to know something? I don't know why it was not done. But now I would tell you, you may want to look at some of the names of the people who own these properties.
That's why you're.
And you may want to look at who campaign they contributed to. Before you understand where I'm going.
I'm listening.
Because some of these people contributed to campaigns to keep their name out the light. I all I know is making it sure trying to be clean. I could say, Mayor Miller do a lot of things. Mayor Miller been clean. He been picking up trash now.
It is a very helpful part of the equation.
And that does keep down crime is what I'm alluding to.
It is a very helpful part.
And you're right
of
about
the
that dark, because when it's dark, people do anything in the dark.
It is a part of the equation. You got it where there's lighted areas. There's less crime.
There's less crime. And I think that as far as us getting together, and we can do that. I've got a little friend, I think it was that murder where they went in and execution style. They did some real dirty stuff. And I understand it. The person who did it turned himself in. I said, okay, I cannot even put that together. But at any rate, it's interesting to me that we as people who have, like I said, who have never committed murder or anything like that, we really want to do something about it. But I do believe that we're going to have to do some other strategies along with it, like you were saying, like cleaning, promoting families, helping people with conflict. I was on the NAACP show, which is talking about conflict, helping people to settle things so they don't feel like they need to fight or anything like that. We used to fight when we was little, but not like kill people, those kinds of things. And then you and I, remember we had the show, I would say, when they was fighting at the church. You remember that show? We won't say the name of the pastor, but they was over there. They were throwing chairs. I just know we made national news.
Yeah, they were fighting.
But my point to you, though, Deacon Do Wrong, is we as the community have to set the example for peace.
Sure. Well, it's I talk about all the time. It is legislation and money you can pour in, but it's love has got to win over evil and hate. Love is the tool for healing and for making things right. I don't care what the opponent of love is. Love is a corrector. Yeah, love is a corrector, and we're certainly lacking in it. And but yeah, with the housing, with the we got to have more light in these communities. We really do. And sometimes I think that the reason why in some of these, after a while, I think it becomes intentional, because if there's light, then it becomes a great eyesore.
But you know what
and we don't want, and we try to hide things that are not appealing or that speaks well for us, even if it's in your home. If you get some company come over and you got something over there raggedy or the hole in the wall, you'll push your chair in front of that mark or the mark on the thing where the kids were or something. I mean, it's just the nature of people that we hide things that might not be appealing.
But now we could use a PPP loan to fix this.
PP loans for a better making.
That's right. We need some light.
Yeah, we need some lights up in here.
Putting all jokes aside, I do think that.
So some of the companies that install lights, y'all apply for the PPP loan,
so y'all can put some lights.
So we can get more lights in Macon, Georgia.
I spoke to a young man over the weekend, really, who he said, he just got out. He had been in for 6 years for armed robbery.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came out, he said, Miss Brenda, I've changed. Jail taught me something. I don't want to go to jail anymore. And he's yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and those kinds of things. And I do believe that one of the things that we have to do also as part of that rehabilitative piece
Mm-hmm.
is to make some type of pathway for people when they get out so they can be viable, so that they can work.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he told me he was so proud. He said, when I was in, Miss Brenda, I learned how to lay bricks.
Okay.
So he's looking for a job laying bricks, which is a great thing for him.
Yeah.
He said, but I just can't go and start my own business, because he started talking about all the things he needed to lay bricks. So I hope that some of these companies out here, even though they've been in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
but if they've gotten out,
Mm-hmm.
give them a chance.
Yeah.
Give them a chance.
Yeah. Maybe that guy can get a PPP loan. If you just go and fill out a Schedule C.
You know what?
I was just kidding.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't see if any churches got PPP.
Oh my goodness! You think?
Let's just see.
Okay.
Let's just see. You may want to sing a hymn.
Back to the violence in the city. Listen, everybody, we've got to come together, and we can't do things in terms of us getting some kind of credit for. Sometimes I've noticed that there are some programs or some actions that could have been taken, and because that particular person wasn't on the spot, or their name wasn't going to be mentioned, that action didn't take place.
Ooh.
We've got to get away from that. We need the action of healing and the action of recovery. We got to stop holding back on things because we are not there for the photo op, if you know what I mean. So
okay, now let's see.
We got to start doing better.
Let's see. I see New Testament Christian Center. They got $28,000.
Wait a minute, hold up. That was from the PPP loan?
Yeah.
And the PPP loan stands for Paycheck Protection Program.
Mount Moriah Baptist Church got $10,000. Bible United Methodist Church got $57,000. Let me see when they got it. They got it in March. Shiloh Baptist Church. It say McDonald. That's Macon Street. Central Baptist Fellowship Church on Hawkinsville got $25,000. They got it this past year.
You sure that ain't the prayer and praise line?
St. Paul AME Church got $17,000.
On PPP?
Shut your mouth.
You down with PPP?
Life Center Outreach Ministry on Charter Church Road. They got $10,000.
So that's a good thing because they can take that money.
Saint Andrew's Presbyterian Church.
That's
on
in
Bass
Macon.
Road. They got $85,000.
Wait a minute. That's in Macon, Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And wait a minute. What about the other church? How much did they get?
Which one? St. Paul got 17.
And then how much did that other one get?
$85,000.
$85,000.
London Chapel got $46,000.
Well, let me see. So both of those are kind of like on the north side.
Then we got New Hope Baptist Church.
New Hope
on Burton. They got $51,000.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
So see, now they can do more to help with the homeless problem, to help with different things that they are charged to do, and that they so willingly volunteer to do.
But then they don't really have to worry about
they're doing good stuff.
They don't have to worry about tithes and offerings, though, because people weren't really giving their tithes and offerings. So I guess they need a little bit.
Well, you know what? Interestingly enough, the people that I've been asking about that and different
this was
people.
In
Wait a minute, Brenda.
Some of these go all the way back to 2020. So
some of the people though I've asked said that a lot of churches seemingly their tithes and offerings stayed either at the same level or went up some. Did you know that?
Oh, the one who got $51,000, that was my friend. I can't be throwing him under the bush, because that's my friend.
Well, you can ask him for a couple $100.
Hey, the pastor of a New Hope Baptist Church, I'm just saying I need to borrow $5. But again, this is what we were talking about going back. And I know we haven't really been flipping back and forth, but just understand that all of this is public. So when some of these pastors are saying, bring your tithes to the storehouse, I'm just saying they went to the PPP house. That
was the praise line. So what we need to understand is what we're just trying to illuminate some things for you. Data.clarionledger.com.
And what they can do, though, it's got all that stuff on it, is they go to all of a sudden, like our page, it's got a link, it can just press it.
So go to all of a sudden
page, our Facebook page.
Yeah, go to our Facebook page. And if you want more information about the PPP loan,
the people who got
program,
right,
it will tell you who all of the people because it's tax money and it's public knowledge,
right.
And so you can find out everybody
who got it
that's got a PPP loan.
And the reason why, again, I had put it out for just so people could take care, but also just I just got a. And I didn't realize that some of the churches got it.
Yeah, so but what it does, it also enables some people who've been contemplating or wanting to get one and didn't know how to go about it. Now they can just look up their friends or somebody they know and be able to go to a source of somebody who they know.
But you want to know something?
Who they know.
What did I tell you Macon was a place of? Haters.
Yeah.
Because if people were really right in Macon, and I'm going to say it, and you know what? Henry Williams sponsored this show. Okay, so that means
understood.
I'm putting out there. The people here are not very kind about giving information.
They should be sharing that information.
There you go. They should.
Everybody that has a PPP loan should be sharing with your friends and sharing with people, your family. If you want some of your cousins to quit asking you for money, you should share with them how to get a PPP loan. We try to make this a little with levity and a little comedy, but we are as serious as we can be.
Right, because if you know how to get it, help them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's all I'm saying. And so, I'm surprised that some
Don't
of these
give me a fish. Teach me how to fish.
The people, when the pastor got it in the church, I don't know. But did he stand up there and show the members of the church how to get it? I don't know. I'm not saying he did. But it would be
good. Yeah.
He should.
Show everybody how to get this. Everybody that has a loan, because some people qualify for the loan and don't know that they do.
They don't know. And so all they had to do was to stand up. Now, I'm bringing all of this out because this is very, very important.
Yeah.
And again, y'all get mad at me. I can take it. I just make Henry take up for me and stuff like that.
Henry, I know you're there with Jesus in the man cave. Hey, I better watch the ESPN for a little bit longer because it's going to be all over after a while.
You know what, though? Henry love me. I love Henry.
I know, but, let the man have his ESPN.
What ESPN? You know what? Why don't we have Henry on the show?
That'd be just beautiful.
And so what we going to have Henry talk about next week?
Whatever Henry wants to talk about.
We can't let Henry because Henry he have to think about it. He'd be like, duh, oh.
Henry, I'm doing the best I can with her. Look. Please,
because
we're
coming down to like 3 minutes.
Yeah, but look, everybody, stop the violence. And I've been saying, I wish they open up the city hall or the government center, whatever they want to call it, because I really want every commissioner in this city. I want them. This is what I want you to take some of your money and do. Get a van or something that's big enough to take every commissioner we got and the mayor and all of the administrators at City Hall or government building. All of them need to go to each other's district because I think it would help them on their decision making on how to spend money for the city.
Let me just tell you what. Now, I'm going to give Al Tillman a shout out.
Oh,
okay?
Al does good work.
Because Al Tillman, and I'm at the end, Al Tillman have had what's that right there?
Yeah, we're getting close.
We're getting close to the end. Why he got music on it? We got 2 more minutes.
But look, Al Tillman
have had events at his over there in Bellevue, in that area, and he has invited all the people over. He's one of the few that I know that do that. But let me just say this: not only do we need to have them over, like in the Bellevue and the Pleasant Hill, but they need to come on out in North Macon.
No, I need every one of them to go to each other's district. Every one of them. They need to spend some time in each other's district as a unit. I think it would help in their decision making of fairness when they're delegating money. But they'll know that, okay, well, in the big umbrella, we got this amount of money for the roads, and then they'll try to all get this equal amount, but then they'll go, wait a minute, hold up, our streets are not like these. But they won't know unless they go. But you want to know
something, though? Let me just say this. That's why you have representatives, and that's why you need to make sure you get out and vote.
Yeah, but they all need to go to each other's district. I think it will shed a different light.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. In that part.
But that's why you tearing up the mic.
I know, but I want them to do that.
Hey. Now, the last time we had a radio thing, you had microphone.
I was bringing mics from home.
You had duct tape on it.
Yeah, we did.
Electrical tape. We got a microphone that can be it. I was like,
hey, but one more time, Emily Amos. She said she was on the way. I think they probably stopped them and they quarantined them. I promise you. Because I thought they were in Panama myself. I did. I thought they were in Panama.
All of a sudden, join them every Monday evening.
We want to say goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
We'll see you later, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
Program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980.